Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of For Fact's Sake, the podcast. We take a random topic and Google the facts.
So you don't have to.
Hey. Oh, man. What a great episode we have for this week. A really cool one that may hurt our careers because of what we're talking about secret societies. I was a little bit scared as I got into it. I'm like, this is going to affect my life, but
Scientology, we're all live after Scientology. We are going to be okay.
Before we get into the episode, quick reminder, a little business off the top. Do this podcast a favor, give it a rating and review on Apple Podcasts/iTunes. Possible topic, leave it in the body of the review. We might use your topic next. Also, last week we did Cuba. We did a bonus episode about Cuba, which was a lot of fun. We're doing After the Fact, which you can find on our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/FFSpodcast for bonus episodes. We do about 2 a month. Also, full video on all our episodes, starting with episode 30 up. We're releasing that every week, and full video on all our episodes in general. So be a mother factor. Sign up for our Patreon. It's doing well.
Yo, we love Patreon. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. I know you've been listening for a year and now you're finally on Patreon. And if you're a patron in the $12 tier, you're getting all the videos, and you can see me right now in my cozy ass sweater because New York is freezing, Eddie.
You look cozy. You look like you're just ready to snuggle up with some hot cocoa and maybe
I am fucking freezing. Okay. Talk about New York. I'm fucking freezing here. It's fucking May. I feel like it's January.
In a past life, you were a rich woman living in a penthouse, smoking a long cigarette, being like, it's too cold in New York. I'm going back to Miami.
Oh my God. I would love a long cigarette. I want to be a flapper.
Now, this week's episode brought to us by one of the mother factors who left in a body of the review. I saw it before and I was a little bit like, and then I dug deep into some secret societies, and boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
There's some wild ones out there. Now we're not talking about a cult here. We're talking about a secret society. And like, give us a rundown of what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I want to just tell you guys, I can't find the difference between secret society and cult, but the only thing that I could really kind of wrap my head around is that a secret society, because when I was looking them up, I did find some that we've used for cults in our cult episode. But what I did kind of notice is like secret society is it could be a high class thing, whereas cults, it's always like they got to bring somebody in that got no home, you know, because it just be seeming like that. What's the dude, David? What's his name? That had those people in there and they all wore the Nikes. What was that? Heaven's Gate?
Oh, yeah, Heaven's Gate. Yeah.
Well, I watched that shit on Netflix and everybody was looking poor as hell. So I'm just saying, I feel like you couldn't get one of those people in the Illuminati. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, a secret society is a club or organization whose activities, events, inner functioning, and memberships are concealed. They may not try to conceal their existence. It could be covert groups, intelligence agencies, something with guerrilla warfare. They hide their activities and membership, but they could still maintain a public presence. Or there are some where people aren't even sure if they're real, but the qualification. It might involve the retention and transmission of secret knowledge, denial of membership into the group. They may use their secret rites and rituals to solidify members. Now, I wanted to start first with one that we've maybe all heard of, and it's the Freemasons. And when I was living in Tulum, I made very good friends with a guy who claimed he was in the Freemasons or got kicked out of it because he had Black friends.
Really?
And I didn't know if it was true or if he was just trying to be down. But I love Black people so much they almost kicked me out.
Like, I gave up a secret society life for Black people, and I could give up a lot more for you.
When he said it, oh man, he definitely follows me. He gonna see this shit and be like, that was confidential. Oh shit, now you know more about him.
WEEZY, I thought maybe we can just me and you can just roll around the hammock. I mean, I'm willing to risk my Freemason lifestyle.
Now he was English, so he was like, I was in the free fucking Masons, all right, and I had Black friends, and they let me go.
Real Nigerian blokes that wouldn't, good pals.
This is how we met. We were at this jungle party, me and Old Bay. We'd only 2 Black people in there, and just as a matter of by chance,
wait a second, is it a party in the jungle or a party playing jungle music?
Jungle in the jungle in Tulum in Mexico, in a jungle.
Oh, snap.
Like they spray you with mosquito shit at the door.
Really?
So we're at this jungle party. Seriously, like this is a Tulumi thing. Like it's jungle there.
Oh my God. You were like, I was at a Tulum jungle party. What happened? Well, I didn't get bit by a mosquito, but I did get bit by a man. That's not good.
Which is now the secret sex society. So we're at this jungle party and we meet this guy. The first thing he says to me, and I quote, "You know, Black Lives Matter is propaganda."
No.
I had on Black Lives Matter earrings. And I was like, what? Mind you, we're still friends to this day. And I'll tell you why. I hated him. I hated the way he was talking to me. I was so fucking pissed off. He said it was something started to try to bring Black people down. So really, he's just a conspiracy theorist, because he's like, of course I believe in rights for Black people, but I think they started this movement to track everybody and figure out who's BLM and figure out who's going to riot against the police. Like, he's that type of person, right? He just believes everything needs to be questioned. So when I found out he was in the Freemasons, I was like, not really shocked, right? So here's what I found out about them. The Freemasonry consists of fraternal organizations that trace their origins to local guilds of stonemasons that from the end of the 14th century regulated the qualifications of stonemasons and their interactions with authorities and clients. They have been subject of numerous conspiracy theories throughout the years. And modern Freemasonry consists of two main recognition groups. Regular Freemasonry insists that a volume of scripture be open in a working space, that every member possesses a belief in a supreme being, that no women be admitted, and that the discussion of religion and politics are banned. Continental Freemasonry is a general term for the jurisdictions that have removed some of those restrictions. So the basic and local organizational unit of Freemasonry is the lodge. These private lodges are supervised at a regional level by a Grand Lodge or Grand Orient. There's no intentional or worldwide Grand Lodge that supervises all of it. They're independent. But yeah, here's things you may not know, things I found out about it. So they are the oldest organization in the world. They began in the Middle Ages as a group of skilled builders. With the decline of the cathedral building, the focus on society shifted. So they were a social and philanthropic organization meant to make their members lead a more socially oriented life instead of trying to follow the church, basically. So the organization still conveys those values, religious tolerance, and just a thirst for knowledge and sociability. While they're not necessarily the quote unquote secret society, they do have secret passwords, rituals, things like that. It's more philosophical now, but the symbols with like the eye over the thing, they have certain communicative skills, and it says that they're not what you think. A lot of it thinks it's like people think if it's an evil eye, and it's really not. It's just a symbolizing something to do with their lodge, but it's not like an eye in the middle. There's a handshake, several handshake that are used during Masonic ceremonies. The Catholic Church actually forbids members from being a Freemason. So they don't allow you in there. They believe the Masons are the synagogue of Satan, they've said. Wow. They also inspired America's third political party. In the realm of politics, the Anti-Masonic Party formed in 1828 to respond to fears that the group was growing too secretive and too powerful. And some of the leaders claim that there was a murder that had occurred in politics occurred, say that there was like a murder that the Masons did in order to keep the victim from revealing their secrets. But it's mainly still a boys' club for the most part. And they're everywhere. There's some famous ones.
There's one down my street. There's one down my street, a Freemason lodge.
Really?
Yeah. When you come to LA, I'll show you.
Oh shit. There's George Washington was a master Mason. Benjamin Franklin was a founding member of a lodge. Franklin D. Roosevelt, Gerald Ford, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Winston Churchill, Wolfgang, Henry Ford, John Wayne, the actor, and Buzz Aldrin were all Freemasons. You know what this feels like? And the more I did research on it, a secret society is just where rich white guys want to hang out. It's like Soho Club for rich white guys. It's what it feels like.
It's like, I just want to be around each other. I want to be around us, and I want to talk life and talk culture and talk,
no religion, no politics.
I just want to be and not feel like I'm being watched. That's why the religion doesn't like them, because they're afraid that without people keeping them accountable, they'll do whatever they want. I also feel like there's a lot of the Freemasons too. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about it, obviously, but a lot of dealings happen with these people. A lot of dealings, like, hey, the president of Russia's here, the president of this person's here. Hey, I need this or I need that, dude. It almost feels like it's just a club for men to like.
Yep.
It's just a club for men. That's what it is.
Frat boy shit. So I tried to look up a black Freemasons, and literally there's something about how there was one black man that got allowed in the Georgia Freemason Lodge, a 26-year-old African-American man. And it was a non-white member, and it's founded on the principles of enlightenment, but apparently they are still struggling to catch up with adding black people to it. But yeah, this was like fucking news. And it's an Atlanta lodge that fought back in their court system, trying to block the ground that they were based on hatred and racial animosity, because they were getting sued by like the state and shit, the state of Georgia.
Wow, dude, when that black Freemason showed up in their clubhouse, it must have been like when Will Smith showed up in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and showed up at school. Everyone's like, hey, and they start wearing their hat backwards. Hey, man, want to grab some lunch? It's the only guy with rhythm in this fucking building.
Hey, have you heard this guy? His name is Future.
Man,